Alright, let's take a look at two of the core problems from the Solving Exponentials unit. We have the two homework problems, 86B and 94B. In this, they don't give us an A, an initial value, or a B, the ratio. They just give us 2 points, which means they give us XY and XY. What we can do is turn both of these points into equations. So let's look at 86B. You turn 218 into 18 equals A times B squared. So we put the 18 where the Y should be, we put the 2 where the X should be. And thusly, we do the same with the second point. We put 54 equals A times B to the third. Now we've got two equations here, and we can use them to find A and B. Now this is a new method upon setting equations equal. So what we do, when we look at both equations, we see that the A is exactly the same in both. It's A to the first power. So if we can solve for A in one, we can substitute into the other. So we take a look at 18 equals AB squared. Solve for A by dividing by B squared. A little nasty, but it helps us in the long run. The B squareds on the right cancel out. A is equal to 18 over B squared. And now we substitute it into the second equation. So we get 54 equals 18 over B squared times B to the third. We take our exponential skills and cancel. It's a little cleaner now. 54 equals 18B. We do our normal cancellations, and we end up solving for B, and that is 3. Yeah, it's over there. And now we plug that, or substitute that back in to the original equation, or the first equation, 18 equals A times B squared. And now we get 18 equals A times 3 squared. Square your 3 to get 9, divide by 9, and you get A to be equal 2. Now you've got A solved, you've got B solved, you plug them into the general equation for an exponential function, and you get Y equals 2 times 3 to the X power. 94B is very similar. If you want to try it on your own, you can pause this video and try it. Okay, if you don't want to, you can watch this. It's very similar, it's just nuanced, a little different because we have a decimal, 1.25, and we have a negative exponent, -1. But we do the same moves. Let's solve for A. In this case, we divide by B to the -1 power. And since that B to the -1 is underneath the 1.25, we move the B, or in the denominator, we take the B to the -1 power and move it to the numerator. So now we just get 1.25 times B equals A. So we're using our rules for exponentials in order to move the B back up to the numerator. And now we take that A and, there's that -1, and it just becomes +1 when you move the B to the numerator. Now we take that A and substitute it into the second equation, and we get what you see there on the screen. You combine your B's to get B to the fourth. You divide by 1.25, and you get B to the fourth equals 0.026. Now this is where our fractional exponents come in. To get that 4 to just be a 1, we multiply by the fractional exponent of 1 over 4, or the reciprocal. And we do that to the 0.026 on the left-hand side. So we balance that out by doing our fractional exponents to both sides. The 0.026 is to the 1/4 power, or also known as the 4th root. Now we take that and plug it into our calculator, and you have to have your calculator now to do this, or you can spend a long time doing trial and error. So B is 0.401. We take that B and substitute it back into the first equation. As you can see that -1 still, we move the 0.4 to the denominator and then multiply by 0.4 to the other side, so we get A by itself. And in this case, A is equal to 0.501. And we combine it all together to get the function Y equals 0.5 times 0.4 to the X power. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that. See you in the next video.